Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenor and tonight I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a horoscope for Libra. If Libra is your solar, lunar, ascendant / rising sign, then this is a message for you. All right, let's get started. Okay, let's see what these tea leaves have to say. Okay, and so the card that was pulled for tonight is the 8 of Discs, or Pentacles, or Pentacles, or Coins, or whatever you prefer to call it. It is related to the concept of prudence. So kind of, being a little more wary in your spending, maybe kind of detail-oriented, self-disciplined, lots of discipline, right? And diligence, mastery, these kinds of things, working hard and saving them coins, right? Okay. So I want to look at this one first. It looks like a person kind of sitting in a meditative position, and this is in that emotional space. I think that this is really a sign of mindfulness. I mean, that's the 100% what that is what comes to mind. There seems to be another figure over here where we have, it looks like a little person kind of reaching up to pluck this long flower here, and it feels to me like that there is this energy, kind of like there's an urge and a sense of urgency to try to make money, resources quickly. I think that it feels like, something's come up where maybe you're short of funds, maybe you want to go do some special thing and you have to kind of find some extra money. You're looking for a way to do that. And it's kind of, it feels like a little bit on the stressful side, like you're really trying to grind it out to figure out how to do this. And it's almost kind of frenzied. This whole thing kind of looks frenzied a little bit. There's even this, it looks like a flower in a pot, okay? And it kind of looks like a flower in a pot on the other side as well, but it looks like it's losing petals, okay? So I feel like there is this real sense of urgency, but it kind of is really weighing on you. I don't know if this is something that is like more critical. It could be like bills, rent, some medical thing has arisen, or family member needs money and you are trying to find a way to help. But I think really what has to happen, it's not going to come out of thin air. And because we're looking at these flowers, and if you think about a flower, it takes time to grow, right? You have to go through this whole process, putting the seed in the ground, burying it, watering it, waiting, continually checking on it, watering it, maybe giving it a little plant food, making sure it's in the right place for the sun, all of these things. And you have to kind of be patient. There is this need for mindfulness. So I think that even though there's this pressure kind of building in you, I think that you really have to kind of fight that urge, temper yourself a little bit. I think that you make better plans. You have much more ability to strategize, kind of come up with reasonable, ideas to kind of get this money. Doing things that will help you find the money. It may be a little bit slower, taking on more hours at work, or I don't know, mowing lawns or whatever. I just mowed today, so that's what came to mind. But, doing things that might not be like an instant payoff. Might not be an instant payoff, but the money will come. And I see that there's abundance here. I also see that this one looks like a money bag, okay? Which is funny because I rarely see this symbol. And this is one of the kind of classic symbols you would see in like a tea leaf reading, book of symbols or whatever, like a how-to. I don't usually follow those just because I find it kind of boring. I mean, it's fun. It's fun if you're doing it just, as a fun game or whatever. A dalliance and tassomancy or tassography. But for me, I do this every day, multiple times a day. So, I have to have my own relationships to things, but I am seeing this and it makes sense that it, kind of coincides with this idea of money. I also see it here in this kind of metaphysical, excuse me. I keep feeling like I'm about to sneeze. I was out weeding where I planted with my daughter a bunch of sunflower seeds, and they're growing, and it rained for a few days here, and then all of these other things are growing that are beautiful, but I went in there and kind of weeded some of it. Well, it was like a bunch of ragweed. And so now my ears are kind of plugged. My nose is all kind of, tingling a bit. And I'm just waiting to, really get to town on these allergies. So anyways, seeing it here, it all makes sense, and it is in the spiritual zone. So I think that there is really, a higher source kind of smiling upon you. But you have to take your time here. And I know it feels urgent. It feels like it needs to happen right now. And hopefully it's nothing too serious. I know what that's like, not to, know how you're going to pay your next rent. That's not a fun feeling. But, stay the course. Don't get wild with it. Don't be risky. It'll come. It feels like it's definitely going to come here. Okay, so we also have a fish. Okay. And it's in the center here. I feel like, wow, that to me is almost like the, money being kind of raining down on you. The fish are just an absolute symbol of success and abundance, and, kind of this idea of like, putting the net in the water and pulling it up, and there's a bunch of fish in there, and you're gonna eat like a king, and so I think it's just it's coming together. It's really coming together. And let's look up here really quick. So we have a flame, and we have the flame, and we kind of have this electric line here. We also have another flame here, And really, we have a little rooster and a little hen right here. Now, I really feel like beyond this stuff about the money, really focused on making this money, I feel like beyond this, there's kind of an alignment coming into your life where there's going to be a real kind of onslaught of pleasurable times, of pleasure, maybe some pleasure seeking, but I think kind of pleasure showing up at your doorstep type of thing. I feel like this could be physical and emotional. You know, one thing about you, Libra, is that although you don't necessarily like anxiety or stress, when it comes into your life, you operate very smoothly. You are pretty good at navigating these stressful situations, and they kind of make you feel alive, I think. And so that kind of mirrors in these other parts of your life. I think that you become more of a physical being, you know, with more desires. I'll say it kind of delicately. And so kind of more activated in those zones. And I think that this is kind of something that is arising in you. And, you know, if that is with, you know, your spouse or partner or, you know, something more casual, even could be solo, you know, and it doesn't have to be a physical thing like, you know, copulation or whatever, but, you know, it could be any kind of pleasurable sensation. So I think that, you know, this is going to be not all bad. You know, worrying about money, yeah, that sucks. But for some people, that's really what is like, it's like, hit the gas pedal, right? And I feel like that's the situation here. Now, I would just say, remember the mindfulness, okay? Be thoughtful, discerning, and careful about your the choices that you're making, who you're spending your time with, what you're spending your time doing. You know, I think it would be a terrible thing if you were in this kind of configuration and you were making choices that later on you really didn't feel too good about. So, but I don't really think that's the case. I think it's more just like kind of just getting out of your shell. You're feeling really just alive in this kind of static energy that's going on right now. You're going to take advantage of that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Okay, so I want to look at, I'm looking at this one. It looks like a person here and a person here, kind of looking towards the sky. I almost see like like an airplane here. So I wonder almost if I kind of wonder if this like drive towards money is about something that you want to go do, like go on a vacation, go somewhere special, some kind of travel, maybe going to see family. I don't know, something like this. And I feel like this is going to work out for you. And I think that you maybe will be traveling with another person. It's just really a matter of finding the right path, okay? And it maybe can't be immediate if this is, you know, maybe something that is like just come up and you have to get it like soon. There's like, you know, time limit. I don't know. It's weird. I'm looking at, there's a little house here, and then there's this person who looks like they're kind of showing up, and they have like, it looks like they have bread in their hand, and there's a little, like a goose, or not a goose, a duck with them. And I always wonder, like, is this a grandparent or like a mother-in-law, an older mother-in-law? I almost feel like they like to feed birds. Like they go, and even though you're not supposed to give ducks or geese or anything bread anymore, I guess it's really bad for them. It's bad. It's probably, a lot of the processed bread is bad for all of us. It's so good though. But yeah, I guess we're not allowed to do that. You don't see people doing that a lot out here anymore anyways. But so anyways, it looks like, I don't know, maybe they're showing up at your house. Are they coming to visit? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe this is why you want to get on a plane and go. You have family coming, uninvited. I also see, it looks, I was looking at this, I'm like, is this like a pterodactyl or some kind of dragon or something? Whatever it is, I feel like it's just like it's like a feeling of anger that could arise. It has not yet arisen though. It's kind of in this, you know, stable state, not happening yet. But we have to kind of keep an eye on that. So keep an eye on your, on how you're feeling, your emotions. You know, if you're feeling a little bit stressed, like you're going to be upset, maybe take a little stroll. And this actually looks like a bathtub. This is the meditative person on the side here, and it looks like a bathtub. So maybe you need to just go and get in water, ground yourself, bring those emotions down to your, you know, to your center, down, 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 back to the ground. Okay, and then let's take a look here. So we have a V, and then we almost look like we have a rocket here. Okay. I feel like, it almost feels like, I mean, I feel like there's just like an abundance of energy, but at times it's like almost kind of feeling a little bit disorganized. You're getting agitated at points. So I think just, and I'm seeing like a little rooster here again, and I think maybe this is really a sign of, you know, following a schedule, making sure that you're sleeping well. Also with the rocket, I think, you know, your thinking is just, you're very, like you have a lot of clear ideas. So write some of that stuff down. Keep track of it, okay? And the V, I think maybe there's a person with a V name. I don't know what that has to do with, but it did come up at the end. So it seems like it's important to some degree. Maybe it's that person showing up at your home. Maybe you are going to have a visitor. I don't know. You have to tell me. So yeah, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. It's always such a pleasure, such an honor to be able to bring these messages to you. If you would be so kind as to like the video, it's helping us get into the algorithm, and that is helping us grow the channel. We just had 10K subs last week, and now we're already at 11. So we're doing really well, you guys. And, you know, I feel like this is a community here at the channel. I'm really getting to know some of you. If you are new or you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing that. you can hit the little bell. It'll let you know when the next videos are coming out. We are on a schedule where I am reading every sign once a week. So between now and 7 days from now, when the next Libra comes out, you can watch your other placements and do some cross-watching if you want to. If you want to leave a comment, I read every single one of those, and I try to get back to them really quickly. Sometimes it takes, you know, a day, maybe two at the, like, that's rare, but you know, life gets busy over here. I have a toddler and and a family and all kinds of stuff going on, especially in the summer, but I do read all those, and you know, I try to convey in all of my comments how I just feel so blessed, really, honestly, to be able to be doing this channel and to meet so many people, to experience your energy, to be able to share my energy with you. It really is such a special thing. And I can't, you know, I don't have the words to thank you enough. So anyways, Libra, we will talk again in just a few days. All right.